Watford are going to win this game, and it's not due to anything of Watford being good. It is due to the fact that Steve Bruce is so incompetent as a football manager. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Footy Fetish podcast with myself, Alfie, and my boy OG.
Yo.
It's just us two today, my man.
Yeah, man.
Holding down the fort while the other boys are working and just doing other stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to do a bit of a preview today, and then just some other housekeeping bits that we haven't done in the last few episodes. Not really real news today. Obviously we did the news yesterday. The official stuff is Derby have officially gone into administration, which is they're on -2 points now, I think, or something.
I believe so, yeah.
It's rock bottom of the Championship, obviously, and it looks like Reading might be following suit, which is a shame for them. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Financial fair play is a bastard. But we'll get on to our first preview. It's a big game, Ollie. Have you seen it?
Unfortunately,
12:30, boy.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, we've just had a little follow. Freddie LeChance. Love that. Mo Farah and Ponya head top. There we go.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers, man.
Chelsea Man City is the first game we're going to be getting into, my main.
Sick.
And not your Arsenal this time.
Oh no, thank God. Give me some sort of break for.
We'll give you
minutes.
a couple game break.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be a big game. This is probably the game I'm most looking forward to right now.
Yeah. It's weird that there's 2 early kickoffs on Saturday.
Yeah, I
Two
saw
games
that.
kicking off
Weird.
at,
Is that? I
12:30.
can't remember the last time that's happened.
Yeah, neither. But
That's nuts, man.
definitely. No, I think should be a good game. It's going to be very interesting to see how each team does. City coming off the what's it called? That draw against Southampton, not very convincing at all. They looked a bit crap, and then Chelsea that have just gone from strength to strength. To be fair,
I mean, if they're struggling to score against Southampton, I've got no idea how they're going to score against this Chelsea defence.
100%. We've got the Rap Kid in the chat as well. How's everyone doing? Very well, mate. How are you?
Good, my man. Good. Just been working, grinding
out.
Yeah. It should be interesting, man. I imagine Chelsea will play Well, what did they do last time? Because who did they have playing right wing back last game? Because it wasn't James. Let me get it up. Hold on. I can't imagine they'll go for something too dissimilar to what they had. So they're back 3 of Christensen, Silva, and Rudiger, with Azpilicueta at right back and Alonso at left back.
Yeah.
I imagine against Chelsea they might. Will they take out one of those centre backs and put Reece James in for a more dynamic wing back for Azpilicueta? Do you think?
Maybe. I think if it's anyone, it's going to be Azpilicueta. Because Thiago's doing well at the moment. He's obviously, what is his birthday today? I think, or yesterday maybe. He's like 37.
Oh,
or
fair.
something.
No, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's killing it. Rudiger's been on form recently. There's been a lot of talk from ex-players like Rio Ferdinand saying that Rudiger's up there with Ruben Diaz at the moment as one of the best centre backs in the league.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, he's had a great start to the season.
You can't sort of knock him really. It sounds like on face value, a lot of people might be like, "Oh my God, like Rudiger, you're saying he's one of the best centre backs in the league." But so far this season, you can't really knock it.
I've got an even crazier one for you. So we've already talked about how Thiago Silva's a bit of baller, and now he's saying what people are saying about Rudiger. But for me, their best centre back this year has been Christensen.
Christensen, 100%.
He is wicked,
They're
man.
doing
He's
bits at the moment. That back three is probably going to be their back 3 for most of this season, unless there's injuries.
For sure.
And then doing what they're doing.
There is an injury. You can put Chalobah in there, or you could drop Azpilicueta back in there and put Reece James. You could even play Reece James in there if you wanted to. They're so dynamic, man. This team. I just don't know. I mean, obviously, I imagine Kante will probably play a role. Maybe a Jorginho and Kante midfield. Obviously, Kovacic has been great.
Yeah.
But they might want to shore it up a bit more with a Kante, maybe.
Yeah, and it just depends on Kante's sort of fitness. I think that did he come on and score the other day? He didn't start, did he? Yeah.
Came on, yeah.
So
he's been up and down with his fitness, but he's been up and down with his fitness for a little while now.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to have affected him that badly. He's not been awful by any means.
Definitely not.
But yeah, Kovacic has really stepped up this year. I think he's impressing quite a lot. He's
100%.
definitely taken a massive step up from last year. I think there's not many players that haven't really taken a step up from last year. Maybe apart from
Maybe,
Werner. Werner's not really done anything.
maybe Mason Mount.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's
I
kind
don't
of
feel
just
like
sort
he's
of
really
stayed
taken
at a
any
level.
step up. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But apart from that, like you're saying, yeah, everyone's just stepped up, and they like. You look at their bench, the bench that they had against Tottenham: Kante, Werner, obviously Bettinelli as the keeper, Chalobah, Sao Niguez, Hudson-Odoi, Ben Chilwell, Hakim Ziyech, and Reece James. It's an outrageous
Yeah,
bench, man.
too good.
Outrageous. But we talk about Chelsea all the time. There are, from what we think, there are winners of the Premier League this year.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Man City, man. The team that are really struggling put 16 shots up against Southampton. Only one of them on target. We obviously spoke about this a bit yesterday with them lacking a striker, but this is a game where they could really be undone, innit? I know, like, not scoring against Southampton is bad, but they could really struggle here against City, against Chelsea.
Definitely. I think they had a bit of a confidence boost yesterday with that 6-1 win against Wickham or something, but then again, it is Wickham, not Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I think they'll come off with some sort of confidence from that. But yeah, I don't think that City are going to really face sort of. This is the thing about City. You can never write City off. They're always that team that might play really badly against Southampton last weekend, and they could absolutely dominate Chelsea, who have been dominated the whole of this season so far. You can never write City off, but I'd say on face value at the moment, there's going to be more people I think on Chelsea than thinking Chelsea are going to win it compared to City.
Yeah, they are such an unknown at the moment because, like you say, they could come out flying. They could, sometimes they look like they don't need a striker. Do you know what I mean? With Gundogan and Gabriel Jesus picking up that new winger role with Raheem Sterling and Grealish. These are all guys that can get goals.
Foden's back as well.
Foden's back, but man, like they're gonna. I mean, that back line, I just don't see. Is it? Yeah, with 10 men, they fended off Liverpool.
Yeah.
At Anfield.
That's no easy feat at all.
No, man, that is crazy difficult.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know about you, brother, but I think I'm gonna back Chelsea to win this one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be. You
Yeah.
can't really say that Chelsea aren't going to really win it. They've had such an incredible start to the season. They're just going strength for strength, and they don't really show any signs of slowing down.
Yeah. Well, I was just looking at the league, bruv, because say Chelsea do beat City this weekend, City will be 6 points off Chelsea.
Bloody hell.
I know it's early days, right?
Yeah.
But Chelsea don't look like they're going to lose now.
So I mean, they're not slowing down. So
where are you going to pick them 2 weeks up? Do you know what I mean? Like it's tough, man.
Especially if Chelsea will have already played Arsenal, Liverpool, and City.
Yeah.
They've not got that many hard games left.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Jesus. Okay, fair enough. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going for Chelsea on this one. I don't see.
100%.
I mean, like I say, I don't see, but City could definitely win this. It's City. You can't rule them out of any game. You just can't, because it's City at the end of the day. But how many games does City go in as the underdog? And this is one of them.
Definitely. I think this might be, because a lot of my fantasy team is sort of comprised of City players. This would be a good week playing me, I think.
It would be, wouldn't it? Who are you playing?
I'm not sure actually. We'll go through that later. We've got time to do it later. But
right, the next biggest game of the weekend. We're not going to go in order. We're going to do the biggest games, and we'll lead off with the 8 last ones. Arsenal Tottenham, boy. We didn't last too long. Not talking about you guys.
Yeah.
But
didn't expect
might
to.
be in a bit more positive light. So let's start with you guys. Obviously, getting the big win against Burnley last weekend, the 1-0, the FA, the cup final. Obviously Odegaard with the great free kick. When you look at it though, it's kind of mad. Burnley had 18 shots to your 13. Obviously both had 3 on target. Obviously you had the fair share of the possession and a hell of a lot more passing going on.
Yeah.
But like we were saying yesterday, it was a scrappy affair, wasn't it?
It was scrappy, and I think maybe we underestimated how much Burnley were going to control the ball in the middle of the park as well, because that's not Burnley football. They sit back and defend. That's what they do. They play a very defensive style of football, and they have done for a long while. So I think we probably underestimated them a bit in the midfield. But we can't afford to underestimate anyone at the moment in the sort of the way we're going. But yeah, I think they did slightly surprise us. Still got the win in the end, which sort of I'm happy about. But yeah, they weren't on bad form, all things considering. But then again, they are still like 19th in the league at the moment. Yeah, so they are kind of also on bad form.
Do you think you'll start the same team that you played Burnley? Because I've got a feeling Arteta's going to switch up.
This is the thing. I think that team that we put out against Burnley. Let me just confirm
It's the best team.
Yeah,
probably right now.
Let me just have another quick look at it. Yeah, I'd probably say that is our best team. Maybe having Xhaka in there as well, but he's a bit of a liability.
So for the listeners, it's Ramsdale and goal, a back four of Tierney, Gabriel, Ben White, and Tomiyasu, with Thomas sitting just in front, obviously Thomas Partey, and then you've got a line of four, like sort of four attacking midfielders, I would guess it is, with Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Nicolas Pepe, and obviously a man like Aubameyang up top. But yeah, I think it is the strongest. I just wonder if he might. Obviously, is Xhaka back? Is he available?
I'm not 100% sure. When did he get the red card? Was it in the? Which game was that? Was it Norwich?
Oh, yeah, he did get a red card. Of course, he got a red card. Yeah, I think it might have been the Norwich game.
Okay. Well, I think pretty sure it was a straight red.
No,
so I think
it was a game that you lost, wasn't it, or was it? I can't remember.
Let me
have a look. But anyway, while you're sort of doing that, I feel like if Xhaka is available, he might take out a Smith Rowe or Odegaard to replace him with a double pivot of Partey and Xhaka.
The 5-0 loss against City, that was it.
So he should be back then, really. Well, this might be his last.
I think because it was a straight red, he'll miss. It's 3 games. So yeah, he's unavailable for this game against Tottenham as well. I think the only thing that we might change up slightly is I think we may go with Laka up top, maybe Uber on the left, and then potentially. That's the thing. Pepe
in it on the right.
Yeah, Pepe on the left, but then who you then drop in?
Pepe on the left.
Sorry, no, but yeah, I did mean Pepe on the right. Sorry. Look, I was looking at Bukayo Saka on my screen. He's on the left.
Oh yeah, Bukayo Saka.
Where are we going to play Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Saka? Like, are we going to play all three
of
them?
You have to drop one of them out because you have no fucking defensive midfielding. Like they'll all get knocked off the ball easy. That's what I mean.
We'd have to take one of those 3 out: Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe, and probably put in El Neni or really. Yeah, I'd say probably Smith Rowe and bring in either probably not El Neni. I'd say maybe even Lokonga.
Maybe Lokonga.
He looks a bit better than El Neni at the moment, and if Jack is not available, then we don't really have too many other choices, to be honest. But
yeah, I think you're right. I think
I don't think it's going to be too many changes, but enough.
I think, he may just defensively shore it up a bit with a double pivot midfield rather than just having your one there. Yeah. For Spurs, but I think that he could do something, But Spurs obviously coming off back-to-back 3-0 thrashings. And they haven't looked good in either.
No.
Spurs fans, I don't know what Spurs fans are on. They were saying that they were better than us, better than Palace in the first half of our game, and better than Chelsea in the first half of that game. But
what game are you watching?
What Spurs fans watch? They're fucking deluded. These men.
Oh no, they have a couple. They get off to a fairly decent start, winning their first 3 games, was it, and beating City in one of them, and they get way too ahead of themselves. And now they're coming crashing back down to earth. And I hope that
man.
He is 100%. He's just, he's not the same Harry Kane that used to be. I don't know if that's just his current mentality. He just can't be arsed with it, and he's just trying to play out the next year. But I think
it's not like he's doing stuff and it's struggling. He actually looks like he can't be bothered.
Yeah, literally. But that's the thing.
Crazy.
Because he is such a professional a lot of the time that I think he wants to do more, because at the same time, if he doesn't do anything over the next year or over this season, maybe City turn around to next summer and go, actually, we're not 100% sure we want Harry Kane or something like that. That he could sort of play himself out of that move, and then City's focus could then just go, right, Ireland it is. and just go.
Well, mate, I
full out
wouldn't even be.
force.
I know Mbappe to Real Madrid is pretty nailed on, but I wouldn't be surprised if Man City throw a bag his way, just being like, "Look, we'll give you this. Come play in the best league in the world and be
Yeah.
our striker." Like, well, you never know, but I think he's destined to ended up in Real Madrid. But yeah, like we said, Tottenham, man, I just don't know where they go because
Son's back, isn't he?
yeah, Son's back.
Yeah.
You got the guys that started against Dele Alli, who's just bad, and Dombele, who's been unfavoured by so many managers until the point where they just have to play him because they've got no one else. You got Lo Celso, who I don't particularly rate myself. You got Romero, who I love and is one of my favourite centre backs, but he just doesn't fit the way Spurs want to play football. He's much better in a back three. Emerson Royale, I mean,
he's been a myth since he came.
yeah, I know it's been a baptism by fire, basically having to go up against Zaha and then basically Lukaku, Havertz, and Marcus Alonso. I know that is basically like I say, baptism by fire, but yeah, it's not been great. He's not showed anything, if we're being completely honest with you.
No, I think a lot of people spoke quite highly of him. It was like, oh, that Barca kid, that guy that came from Barca. It was like, well, he was at Barca, but he didn't really actually play there. He was just out on loan all the time.
Turns out, if you play for Barca, it doesn't necessarily mean you're good.
Yeah.
Especially with
No,
their
I'm
front three of Luke De Jong and whoever the fuck else.
Martin Braithwaite or whatever.
Yeah, Martin Braithwaite. And I think PK played like up top for them the other night or something.
What's happening to Why is Aguero not playing?
I don't think I just think he's not playing, man.
He doesn't even want to play.
They have Depay, obviously, which is a great player
yeah.
for them to fucking hang their hat on and keep. But
Yeah.
mate. I'm back. I'm gonna, for the first time this season, I think,
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna back Arsenal just because they've at least showed something more, and Tottenham haven't showed nothing.
Someone clip that. Alpha supporting Arsenal, backing Arsenal.
Someone clip that. It'll be you, my man.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. Someone in the chat can clip it.
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, no. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, I think you guys.
To be fair, I'm not as confident as you are. I don't think, but
bro, it's not going to be pretty.
It's
really
not at all. I think Tottenham are just that sort of team for us that, because obviously there is such a fierce rivalry between the two teams. Harry Kane loves a good goal against Arsenal. Won't surprise me if he gets one. He opens his account for this year just by scoring against Arsenal and doing what he does. But yeah, I'm very much hoping that we can get a good result. It being one of the last games of the weekend as well. I've just realised there's two massive derbies this weekend. Well, I say this weekend, Monday, the second one. But
get onto that now.
Yeah.
Well, in a minute, I guess. You obviously you're going to back your boys. What do you think, my man? Do you think you got? I know it's going to be a tough one, but I think you guys have got it.
I'd hope so, but I do think we're going to win, but I think it might be another scrappy one.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a given, really.
No, for sure, man. But yeah, like you were saying a minute ago, there is another derby this weekend.
From the North London derby to the M23 derby.
Maybe the furthest derby in all of English football. Because I can't imagine there are too many further away than this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Palace versus Brighton at Selhurst Park. It's gonna be a tough one, man. But I did see that Graham Potter has said that hold on, where is he? He said that Basuma might not be fit for the weekend, but he's hopeful that he will play. This is a tough one. But I think I think we're going to do it, man, because we, like, against Liverpool, we've looked great, really. We've looked good. Our losses have come against, Chelsea and Liverpool. I can't be mad at that. And we didn't play well in the Chelsea game. That was Vieira's first game. We played bloody well in the Liverpool game, and we were unlucky.
Yeah.
And I know Brighton have been good, but they've had favourable fixtures so far. Right. Like, if we're being completely honest.
Looking at the table earlier, I was a huge shock to see where Brighton are.
Yeah, they're doing well. Like, yeah, for sure. I mean, they've had favourable fixtures. They've had a lot easier a run-in than most teams, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel good. I feel confident. It's to be Vieira's first Brighton game.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Edouard start, because he did offer a lot more than Benteke even in the Liverpool game. Even though Benteke could have possibly had the penalty. Yeah, if they don't have Basuma as well, I think we're good. And they did get a bit lucky against Leicester, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
But I'm back.
100%.
I'm feeling good, man. I think Monday night is gonna be nice.
Definitely. I think you guys have still been, like you say, sort of bar some of the results that I think even with those results, you've been very impressive this year. I think Vieira's doing a really decent job. I think he's only going to go sort of from strength to strength. It's going to be a tough game, like you say. It is a derby, regardless of whether it's Brighton or Chelsea or City or whatever. Like sometimes you do have those bogey teams, and it can only take one shite team to ruin a good form or whatever. But I don't think that'll be Brighton for you guys. I think you guys will.
They're not really a bogey team like that for us, really. Like when it matters, we beat them. Do you know what I mean? Playoffs, we beat them. Most of the season, even when we were our shittest we've ever been last season, and they were at the best they've ever been, we finished above them and we beat them. So yeah, I don't know. It was a jammy win though. That Benteke not last minute. Do you remember that volley?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mateta hit it with the
yeah.
the back heel like double nutmeg. It was fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
But no, I think like don't get me wrong, Brighton fans. If there are any Brighton fans listening, although probably not because I'm a Palace fan, but I think you guys are good. You guys are good. I have all respect to Brighton as much as I can give them, which is not a lot. But yeah, no, I think you guys obviously much better. But I'm sorry, we're gonna do it, man. Like you're riding high, and I understand that the confidence is going to be there for you guys, but the confidence is going to be there for us as well. And it's at Sellers Park. We've got that 12th man that's just gonna. It's gonna be mad, and I think our fans more this time at home for the first one. Our fans are gonna be up for this.
Yeah. Mate.
After not being in the stadium for a long time, you sort of heard what we were like against Spurs.
Yeah,
and
you know what, like the fanatics are like anyway. Like with normal games and sort of, let alone with the M23 derby, it's just they're on a mad one. They absolutely love it. They are obviously there's always the 12th man, but Palace do have the 12th and 13th man with that with the fanatics. Sure. They absolutely love it. Having gone to obviously a couple of Palace games in my time as well, and sitting in and amongst those fans, and sort of, and also sitting sort of in the Arthur Waite, seeing them from afar. Oh, it's incredible. It's such a good atmosphere. Like when I went to go see the Istanbul.
Quality.
It was ridiculous. Like obviously, with Dortmund and the yellow wall and everything, all the banners that they put up. Obviously, Palace did the similar thing. They had Fortress Selhurst, and it was a picture of a castle and everything. You don't see that in the Prem. You don't see that in the Prem, and I don't think I've seen it since that's happened. But it was a proper atmosphere. It always is at Palace. It's one thing that you guys have always got going for you, I think.
Well, so it's the thing. Like, I don't know if you saw, but Zaha was on TalkSport earlier this week. And he was saying along the lines of like, he was like, they're the only fans that never give up on you. They even if you've had a bad game, they remember your good games, and they're like, right, he's done this for us in the past. Like, let's give him the time. Yeah. And he's like, and then he said like winning like his goal is to win a trophy for us and all this kind of stuff, and how amazing that would be for us and everything like that. And I agree with him, man. Like, and for all those people that say Zaha doesn't like Palace. Yeah. Evidently he does, lad.
He does like Palace, but he wants sort of like European football.
Just because he wants to go and play in Europe doesn't mean he doesn't fucking like the club he's playing for.
Yeah. He just has bigger career aspirations.
Yeah. He's not Harry Kane. Sorry.
Yeah.
But,
I was thinking this the other day, actually, about sort of the similarities between sort of Harry Kane and Zaha. Thinking, could Harry Kane be the similar sort of thing to Zaha, that there be these moves that he's linked with and then never really end up actually going anywhere and kind of just seeing out his career there? But obviously we've got Kane is sort of a different level to Zaha in that way, and there will be more people wanting him, so he will go eventually. But I was just thinking in the back of my mind, there is always that possibility that it could be a Zaha thing and he might not ever actually leave, and he just sees out his career there.
I hope Zaha doesn't leave, but his contract is up at the end of next season. So, and there's I don't know any talks of an extension, but I would love to. I mean, obviously, I'd love to keep him until he retires and get a fucking statue built of him outside Sellers Park. But hopefully, we can wish. But yeah, so I think we both back in the boys. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. What's the best next game? We'll go. Actually, I think United Villa's going to be a good one.
Yeah. They'll early kick off.
Villa coming off a strong win against Everton. Leon Bailey obviously making his introduction to the Premier League with a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
And they'll have Buendia back now, hopefully, because I need him in my fantasy league. Yeah, I think this will be goals, man. Especially with the way the United defence has been looking a bit shaky at the moment. Obviously, got pretty fortunate, shall we say, with the West Ham result, because that could have gone very differently. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. What do you make of these two teams going up? It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah. I do still think United are going to bounce back a bit. I think they're going to probably look a bit stronger than they were against West Ham. Hopefully they'll actually get some decisions go their way if Martin Atkinson's not reffing the game. But yeah, Aston Villa again. They did do very well last. Yeah, they're very up and down. They did do really well last week, but they've not been as impressive sort of throughout the other games. They definitely are missing Jack Grealish. As much as Dean Smith says, "Oh no, we're a better team without him," you're not. Unfortunately, so. And Matty Cash might be trying to fill in with the haircut and the little headband as well, but you can't replace Grealish like that. I think Ronaldo's probably going to go on a mad one. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe Greenwood gets another goal. He didn't get one last weekend, so he's due another goal. Yeah, maybe even Lingard gets a shout to start.
I reckon he might. Or did he start yesterday?
I'm not sure. Let me have a little gander.
I can't remember. Or is it tonight they're playing? I can't.
It's
they're playing tonight.
Yeah, it's half time. It's 1-0 to West Ham at the moment.
Oh no.
Lanzini scored 9th minute.
Fucking Lanzini.
Lingard has started.
Oh nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so I reckon he might be rested. He might go on the bench, but I don't know if he'll start.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But no, I'm gonna go for a draw here. But I think it's gonna be like a 2-2 or a 3-3 or something weird like that.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be some goals in this, man. I'm looking forward to watching this. Though I really am. Yeah. When is it on? It's a free. Is it a free? Oh, it's 12:30. Oh no, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to sort a laptop and a TV for this. So I can watch both games.
I'm not sure what channel. Like, will one of them be on Sky, one of them be on BT or something, or?
Or maybe like BBC or something. But the BBC do.
No, it won't be BBC. It'll either one of them won't be televised or it will be like BT.
I hope they are though.
Yeah, definitely. I think the I think the early kickoff is normally BT. So
Yeah,
it might be
look.
like BT Sport 1 and BT Sport 2 or whatever, got both games, or it might just be the other way around.
No, man. It says on here, yeah, 12:30. The 12:30 BT Sport, but then the other 12:30 game's got no. You can't really see it, can you?
No.
It's got no thing. 'Cause you know on the Premier League, the fantasy app tells you where it is. Yeah, it's got nothing under there, man. I'd have to get a stream up on my. Oh no, we don't do that here.
We don't. Allegedly, some people do, but not us.
Not us.
We pay for our football.
We'd never. But yeah, no. So looks like I'm just watching the Chelsea Man City game then. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I think a draw, man. But what are you going for? Do you think United?
I'm leaning slightly more towards United. To be fair, I don't think it will be massively one-sided, but I'm leaning slightly towards United. With, I reckon they'll be more up for this game, having had so far 2 tough games against West Ham and one against Young Boys. I think West Ham will be on United will be on a bit of a resurgence and want a bit more from this game. So I'm going to say 2-1 to United.
2-1 to United. I rate it. Okay. So got United and Chelsea at the top of the table after this weekend then. Probably Liverpool, because I really can't see Liverpool losing to Brentford.
You never know. Brentford had a massive result yesterday. 7-0 against Oldham Athletic.
They did, and we all know how good Oldham are.
Oldham and Liverpool are pretty much on a level right now.
Absolutely. I sense a sarky tone there, Ollie. I don't know.
Never me.
No. Liverpool going to beat Brentford this weekend. They are, even though we played well against them, like they're Liverpool in it. Like Salah can do whatever from wherever. Mane can do it against us, but is rubbish elsewhere. So maybe they have a better chance.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't see Jota missing two opportunity, like missing an
No.
opportunity like he did against us again if it comes up. Like he's gonna put that away. That backline is so solid as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think even Hendo's looking a bit more attacking this year than I have seen from him previous years. He's getting a lot of shots off, not many of them that successful, but he is taking a lot more shots. I'm not sure if he's been told to do that or if it's just his own prerogative or something, but he seems to be more of an attacking sort of midfielder this season so far.
Yeah. No, he's doing very well. And Thiago, I think he picked up a knock though, didn't he, Thiago?
I'm not sure. He might have done.
I think he did in the last game. Right. So we got Liverpool winning that, I'm assuming, my man.
Yes. Yes. I'd say so.
Next game, we have got Leicester versus Burnley. This one's tough because Leicester have been really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. They've been trash.
Yeah. 3 losses, 2 wins. Not amazing.
They're unbeaten in their last 10 home games against Burnley. Wow, the last time they lost to Burnley was in 2007 at home.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
A little while ago.
That's a crazy stat. But I don't know, because Burnley, like you were saying against you guys, they played very nice football, didn't they? They played well. They didn't play that Brexit FC-esque football that we are used to them.
No, 100%. I think Burnley could shock Leicester here.
Very physical, and Leicester don't like that.
No, definitely not. And I think with maybe, who knows if Vardy's going to start or if he's going to score or something. I think he probably will start, but I'm not sure if he'll score. I think he's a bit of a weird one, Vardy, this season. I think this could be the start of the end for him, or it could just be a bit of a rough patch that he's going through the sort of beginning of this season. But I think Burnley might be able to get some scrappy sort of result out of this, you know.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way as well, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not bold enough to say a win, but I think I'm going to back
a result, not a win, not a result.
I'm a back a Burnley draw.
Yeah,
I think they could get a draw out of this.
They've drawn 1 game so far this season. So.
Leicester have, we have to take into account, obviously, I feel like we have to say this every fucking season now, but Leicester are struggling with injuries.
Yeah.
Again. So, it'd be interesting, but I think if Leicester don't pick stuff up real soon, then they're going to be not battling for that top 6.
Not at all.
They'll be I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. And how many more years? Just a quick question, off the top of your head, how many more years of bottling it and this has Brendan Rodgers got in him before they look elsewhere?
I think he's got at least this. If they're doing as badly as they are now, halfway through the season, I still think they'll probably keep him for the rest of the season. But start next year this badly, and I reckon there will be a lot of questions asked. Especially if there's managers available as well. I think we spoke
money
about
in as well, man.
And money,
they're putting money into the squad,
100%. But like you say, obviously that they are sort of riddled with injuries at the moment. It could just be a bit of a rough patch, and they could have some sort of comeback as soon as they've actually got some players back. But yeah, I think, but like we said, was it yesterday you said that Brendan Rodgers isn't actually that great of a manager.
I don't think he is, man. He bottles it.
He did well in the SPL, but that's the SPL.
Yeah, and he's done well in the Prem. He's done well. Obviously, he did well. He did well with Liverpool, bottled it. He's done well with Leicester, bottled it every season at the end.
Yeah.
But they're a good team, and I think for a manager out there, if you're an up-and-coming manager, you've got a bit about you, you've got a bit behind you. Maybe you've done something in the Bundesliga or you've done something in the Serie A. You come and look at Leicester, bruv. How is that not an enticing job? You've got an amazing owner that will give you what you need, an amazing fan base that just will back you. You've got a wicked stadium with a wicked new training facility, and you've got a great squad of players there. If you can keep them.
It is a very attractive place to be.
100%.
That Leicester job. I think there probably will be a handful of managers that would absolutely love to go there and see what they can do. But yeah, we just got to see how Rodgers gets on, really, and Leicester in general get on throughout the rest of the season. But yeah, in answer to your question, I think it's probably he's got this year for certain. I think he's got the rest of this season. I think it's next season where a lot of questions will be asked if he's still not performing to a great standard.
100%, man, 100%. Right, Leeds West Ham, probably one of the hardest ones to predict right now. Because both, like, obviously West Ham have been doing they've been doing well. They were, I mean, I don't want to say unlucky. It's just still hilarious what happened with Mark Noble and everything against United. It's still bloody hilarious. It's going to take me a long while. It's going to take. I don't think I'll ever not find that funny.
Yeah,
like I'll always find that. I'll always have a little giggle when that gets brought up.
Yeah.
But especially as Lingard scored the winner. Oh my god, we talk about that forever. But Leeds, man. They have been disappointing. We have not really spoken about Leeds that much this season, really.
They've just been doing Leeds things. I'm not going to say it.
They haven't won this year. They haven't even got a win yet.
They're not doing very well at all.
They got 3 points, but they got 3 draws.
Yeah, well, they're 17th. They're only just above the relegation zone. Bloody hell, that's not good.
Oh, mate, is that bottom 3 the bottom 3 that's going to end? Because I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Although Burnley don't deserve it, man. How
are Watford 11th?
Watford are going to drop off. Watford will drop off.
Yeah, they've got the same amount of points as Leicester and Arsenal below them, but they've got better goal difference. But yeah, Watford will drop off very soon.
I think so. But what would you feel like going into this match? Because obviously, Antonio will be back because it was only it was a double yellow, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't a
second yellow,
solid red. So he'll be back. Actually, no, Michael Antonio's back, man. It's a wrap, I think. I know the Bielsa style football is so amazing to watch, but it's not seeming to massively work this year. I think maybe people have sussed it out a bit more.
Yeah, I think it works for periods of the game, but it doesn't work across the full 90, where that's sort of when you really need it to. Like we saw in the game against Newcastle last weekend, they got off to a really good start. Rafinha got that lucky goal, and then they looked really strong for a little while after that, and they looked like they're really putting the pressure on, but they very much quite quickly dropped off after that. So I think West Ham are probably going to have the edge on it. Like you say, Mikel Antonio's back. He was on form beforehand, so I think he'll be hungry, very hungry.
He was Player of the Month first month, I believe.
Was he? Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I think West Ham will get this done. They're going to be right up for it after what happened against Man United, and if they beat Man United tonight as well, obviously, I think obviously they might currently still be 1-0 up, but
I think so.
Let
me check.
Yeah, they are going to be well up for this, man, and good on them, man.
Still 1-0 half time.
Not doing that. West Ham are one of them teams where I'm not a massive fan of the fan base, but I really like the team. They got a really fun team to watch, man, and it's cool. I love what David Moyes is doing with them, and how he's sort of getting the best out of all of them. I think he's doing a really good job.
100%.
But
I've got a lot of family that are West Ham fans and stuff like that.
I like your family. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, I see how it is, mate. Don't worry. I see how it is. No,
you're Arsenal though, so it's fine.
Exactly. It don't matter for me. No, I think West Ham have always been a team that have been fairly sort of close to my heart. I went to Upton Park a number of times. Great little stadium that was.
So, quick side note, isn't it bloody hilarious that they only started calling it the Berlin Ground on the year that they were going to move out of it? Up till then, it was just Upton Park.
Yeah.
And everyone was like being fantasized about the Berlin Ground. I was like, bro, it's Upton Park.
Yeah, it's Upton Park.
It
always Upton Park.
Yeah, I've not been to the Olympic Stadium for football, but it's good for gigs. If they're ever playing a gig there, go.
No,
it's
I've
wicked,
not been for football, but I went for some athletics like a couple of years ago with my dad, randomly. But yeah, I remember when West Ham first got that stadium, everyone was like, "Why? You're never going to be able to sell it out."
They still can't. They still put all the sheets over the front of the stands, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
it's funny, innit? It's funny, innit? But no, I know West Ham fans aren't happy with the new stadium, and it's fair enough.
Yeah, well, it should have gone to probably a number of other teams. I think even Tottenham were one of the teams that wanted to get it.
Really, yeah.
But then Tottenham wouldn't have had their new stadium, so I think Tottenham would prefer definitely their new stadium than the London stadium. But
I can't wait to go. I'm going in October.
You're going, yeah.
I cannot wait.
Yeah. It looks shit.
Oh mate, I'm
Cricket
gonna get so
noises.
much from that. Yeah. I'm not going to watch Tottenham, guys. I'm
Yeah.
doing some work on the NFL London games. We're not going to go see Tottenham. That shit. Um,
Just to clarify,
yeah.
I don't want anyone
Yeah,
to
just
think down of me on that.
Um, yeah. Okay, so we're going to both back a West Ham win then, I think.
Yeah, boy.
Everton Norwich. Oh, Norwich are bad.
Everton could
They
absolutely
lost the
batter
kids, the
Norwich.
Liverpool kids.
Yeah. They will.
Nah.
Liverpool kids are probably going to be. Was it Norwich? A lot of Norwich's first team that played. I didn't see.
It's quite a few.
Fair.
So I saw a few of them, but there were some names that I didn't quite notice. But then there are Norwich names that I just don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's have a
from their
look.
starting team. So I know that Timu Pukki played.
He didn't start.
Oh, did he not start?
No.
Oh, okay, maybe not then.
He came on, I think. Wait, did
Fair. But no, they are
Yeah, he did,
bad.
he came
They're going down 20th. I can't see them
100%.
not going down 20th.
I genuinely think this could be maybe worse than the season that Derby had.
Yeah, I mean, 5 games, 5 losses, minus 12 goal difference and 0 points. They've
Simply
scored.
the best.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, it's so bad, isn't it?
What's their run of games like coming up? Let's have a little gander. So they've got Everton, Burnley, Brighton, and Chelsea.
We'll go for this. Everton L.
Yeah.
Burnley, they're going to lose to Burnley.
Yeah. Brighton,
They'll lose to Brighton.
Chelsea, definitely.
Chelsea, they'll lose to Chelsea. They'll lose to Leeds.
They might scrap a
They
result
might get a
against
result
Brentford.
against Brentford. They
then they-
might scrap a result against Southampton, depending on what Southampton team comes out.
Yeah,
They'll lose to Wolves. Wolves make too many chances. They
Yeah.
could get a result against Newcastle.
Yeah.
I might even go as far to say they could beat Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then L to Tottenham, L to United, L to Villa, L to West Ham, L to Arsenal, L to Palace, L to Leicester, L to Everton, L to what? Mate, it's
They've
gonna
got
get.
it's just gonna get worse for them, man. They've got like
It doesn't even matter what their run is because they're just gonna lose every fucking game
100%.
anyway.
Like it's not like you think about like Everton, like the debt they are going to lose, but you know, Burnley, Brighton, but then it's Chelsea, and then it sort of gets slightly sort of easier again.
Get
But
a
and
run,
then they
can
just
you?
have
You can't build up momentum because
Not
every
at all.
time it's gonna get stopped.
yeah, it's just then what Spurs, United, Villa, West Ham, Arsenal, Palace, Leicester. Yeah, that is like those 6 or 7 games are going to be tough for them. All of their games have been tough so far, but yeah, they're going to be in a bad way.
Just do this thing of just coming up and going back down, then coming up and going back down. It must be fucking infuriating to be a fan.
It should be like a Premier League 1.5.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it's just Norwich and Norwich, Watford, and Newcastle can just be those
Yeah.
3.
Luckily, West Ham are kicked on because they could definitely have been in that a few years ago.
100%.
But yeah, no, I can't. I just can't see a world in which Norwich get anything here.
No.
They're away at Everton. They're at Goodison Park. The saviour of Everton, Andros Townsend, is playing like an absolute beast. He's playing so good.
Yeah, Andre Gray, Demarai Gray, not Andre Gray. He's playing really well since he's
Mari
joined
Gray as
Burnley.
well. He's been fantastic.
100%.
I'm so happy for Andros Townsend, man. I'm actually so gassed for him. I'm annoyed that it's not for us because I actually think in this Vieira system he'd be wonderful for us in this Vieira system compared to what Roy had him doing.
100%. I think.
But yeah, I'm so happy for him, man. I hope he kicks on. I hope he keeps it going, man, and just.
Even though Everton lost 3-0 against Villa, I still like Rafa's done quite well so far,
100%, man.
and I don't see Norwich stopping that at all.
No, definitely not. They're going to pick up the 3 points. This will be a nice bounce back game for Everton. They can reset them their mindset and get the ball rolling again, man. Just in time for Man United the week after.
Oh God.
Oh, that's peak. All right, we got 2 more games to cover really quickly. Yeah, these games are bad, Ollie. Southampton Wolves and Watford Newcastle. Pick your poison, mate. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Right, let's move on. I'm joking.
We could just cover it real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, I don't care.
Okay,
Either
Watford
or.
Newcastle is the first game of the 2. So Watford are going to win this game, and it's not due to anything of Watford being good. It is due to the fact that Steve Bruce is so incompetent as a football manager. And Newcastle, have you heard that they're like, there's been fights and stuff at the training grounds between players and stuff because like shit's been going like apparently during the international break, Steve Bruce told all the players that they need to be working hard during the international break, and he was on holiday in Portugal.
What?
And then
you can't like.
yeah, and then also apparently he had the thing where they were supposed to have, it was just after the international break, the players went to training to have a 2-hour hard double training session because they still need to get their match fitness up. And then apparently Steve Bruce cancelled the training session to have a 2-hour long meeting where essentially he brought up other teams in the Premier League's running stats and basically said, why can't you run like these guys?
Well, get us out there training and we might be able to.
Honestly, bruv, just because he softly speaks,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you should feel bad. Like, that's his tactic, is to make you feel bad for him and then sympathise for him and be like, oh, it's Steve Bruce. Nah, bruv, that's gone. You are the worst manager to ever grace the Premier League, and I'm including Frank de Boer.
Jesus. That's
Yeah.
something.
He's a joke, bruv. And the only reason that he's got a job is because the owner of Newcastle's a joke as well, Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think any championship teams would look at Steve Bruce right now and be like, yeah, let's get him in. He can be the guy to turn this team around. He's so tactically inept, it's unreal. So just for that reason, I just can't. Even though Watford aren't good, I just can't back Newcastle for anything. Not until they get Callum Wilson back, because he just somehow does stuff for them every now and then.
Definitely. St. Maximin does stuff, but not on the same level as sort of Callum Wilson, maybe. I think Joelinton's just a mess of a player.
Waste of money.
Massive waste of money.
40 million.
40 million, Jesus Christ.
That makes me feel
man.
sick,
Oh,
bro.
no, that's disgusting.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We got Edouard for 14 and he already scored more goals than fucking Joelinton has. I don't know if that's fact check. Don't fact check that. Just take our word for it.
A little bit of bias coming in, but that's fine.
Yeah. Right, Watford. Watford will win it, I guess. They've got Ismaili Sarr. As long as he stays fit, they've got a chance. And Decore, actually, no, I like, not Decore, he used to be there. Dembele.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. Watford will have enough to get the win. Right, Southampton Wolves, which actually will be a bit better. I think the chances could be quite a lot of chances in this game.
Yeah, there's going to be more attacking football.
This could be the most exciting 0-0, where there's loads of chances, just none of the teams put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. Exciting, but frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully it's a draw, because that would be good for Palace if it ends up as a draw, them being 15 and 16 just behind us. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think Wolves will get it. Wolves do need to start coming good, right?
100%. Definitely. They've not won yet. Oh no, they have won. They won their not last game, the game before.
Yeah. Against Watford, lol. But yeah, no, I think Wolves will get the win here. I just think they're creating so many opportunities. Jimenez has got to get one sooner or later, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I think he's now sick of that headband that he's been wearing. He took it off in the last game that they played after missing a header. The header just went over the bar. And I think he just got pissed off of it. He just took it off in the end, threw it on the ground, and just like played the rest of the game without it. I'm not sure how.
I can imagine that might have been the reason he missed.
Well, that's the thing. You've got this big sort of like bulky band like going around your head and stuff. When you hit the ball, you're not going to get the same sort of connection on it. Or if it hits the band in a certain way, you're not going to get you're not going to get the accuracy that you want on it. So I think he's sick and tired of it now. He just wants to get. He's probably mentally also feeling like with the headband, it's stopping him from being back to where he was because he didn't have the headband before. I'm not sure if they'll make him wear it just for safety purposes or something, but they didn't really have too much to say when he took it off the other day. So yeah. He's definitely due a goal.
I do think I'm going to back that it's going to be the world's best 0-0. Going to back it. It's going to be an exhilarating 0-0 where both teams create chances, but both teams can't put it back in the back of the net. I think. Yeah,
Adama Traore will have 1,000 million different chances and do nothing.
1,000 million different dribbles.
Exactly.
But ultimately, it won't mean shit. No. But it'd be interesting. We'll see what happens. But Southampton, I just don't know about Southampton this season. I just don't like Southampton, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I just don't like James Ward-Prowse. It's not even Southampton. I don't actually mind. I just don't like James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
I think he's a little rat. Sorry, James Ward-Prowse, if you're watching, probably not. But
yeah. Come on next
you're a
week,
rat.
defend yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come back.
One of these days, we will get a football player to come on the podcast and actually defend themselves instead of us just calling them out. But soon come.
Yeah, definitely. Soon come. But yeah, no, well, that's it for the games, boy.
Aye.
Would you agree with them? So we've got a bit of in housekeeping, right? But
Yes.
we need to speed through my G.
We've got the 2 weeks worth of team ratings to do, and then just last week's fantasy catch up. What should we do first?
Let's get the
Team ratings out the way.
team ratings out the way. Let's get the team
Yeah.
ratings out the way.
So, do we want to go through the list twice, or just should we do what Arsenal?
And,
Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Right. Well, where are we?
This would be Arsenal Norwich, right?
Yes, Arsenal Norwich. We're gonna go for a 10, I think, for Arsenal.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Arsenal. We actually got a point. We actually got some points. We scored a goal.
We got 3.
Yeah.
We got 3 of them.
Exactly. We actually scored a goal. Wasn't massively convincing, but we still won. 6.
I was going to say 6 or 7. Yeah. Actually, I'll go 6 this game, 7 next game, because it was even more of an improvement, I feel like.
Nice. Cool. I'll agree with that. Why not?
Yeah.
So you got
So
3,
6
3, 0, 6, 7. Yes.
Nice. That's better.
Yeah.
And then 7 for the Burnley game, because obviously you got the win despite the fact that they came out, played hard, played well.
Yeah.
You showed resilience, which is something that Arsenal haven't shown in a little while. So no, good. It's all going in the right direction, man. I think.
Exactly.
So
fingers crossed, keep it going that way.
boy.
Aston Villa, game week 4, they lost 3-0 to Chelsea.
Actually, they played well.
Yeah, they did play well. I think the result tells a slightly different story to how the actual game went. But let's have a look here. They had more shots than Chelsea did.
What did we give them for the 1-1 draw with Brentford?
Which game was
the
that?
week before. The week before.
5.
5. I think we can give them a slightly better result. I know that they lost and they drew the previous game, but it's away at Chelsea, and they deserved something from that game. It was just that it's Chelsea, man. You can't hold it against any team, is it? Really?
No,
like,
not at all.
so I'd be willing to give them
Should
like
we give them a 6?
Yeah.
They did get battered 3-0, but it doesn't tell the full story, I don't think. And then they won 3-0 against Everton.
After them.
Yeah, I think it's a solid
8
or 8 or 9. I think. Yeah.
Ooh.
Should we go with? I don't know. They got a 6 for losing 3-0 against Chelsea, but give them an 8 for winning 3-0.
We'll go for 9 because they didn't even have Buendia, who's regarded as their best playmaker.
Very true.
So yeah, no, I'll back a 9. They smashed Everton, man. That's
Nice.
a huge result for them. That's not something I was expecting at all when the fucking result came in. It was crazy.
Brentford lost 1-0 against Brighton in game week 4, and then won 2-0 with 10 men against Wolves last week. This week just gone.
I'd give them like a 5 for their loss because they got quite unlucky. It was a late goal for Brighton.
Yeah.
And it was pretty even apart from that.
It was a good goal from Brighton, but it was definitely a late one.
Yeah, Trossard, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Should we go with?
I could go with a 5, man. It's just very average. They got unlucky, and I don't want to put that against them.
No. And then winning 2-0 against Wolves with 10 men.
Big result.
Yeah.
It's a big result to beat Wolves. Like, they are a good team, and it was away at Wolves. Obviously, they did. Yeah, they got the red card.
8. They
Yeah,
got
I could
an
do an
8 for beating Arsenal 2-0, and that was with 11 men.
We'll do that.
Cool. Brighton, won against Brentford in that in the 4th game week, and then won 2-1 against Leicester last game week.
I feel like because we gave Brentford a 5, I think we should give Brighton just a 6 because they got the goal. It was bare average game, but they got the goal. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. And then they won against Leicester 2-1 this week just gone.
This is hard, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Played well, but they got lucky.
I'd say it's a little bit more impressive because it's Leicester rather than Brentford, but
I'll give them a
7 or an 8.
Yeah, we'll give them a 7. We'll go 7. A bit modest, but we'll
Yeah.
go for a 7.
That's it. Burnley. They lost 3-1 against Everton, and then they lost 1-0 against Arsenal. I'd say the
They
Arsenal result was probably slightly more impressive than the Everton one, because it was only 1-0 and they did actually play quite well.
Should we go 4 for Burnley then for the Everton game?
Yeah.
They got a bit of a hiding, even though they didn't play that badly.
Let's certainly put a 1. No.
And then for the Arsenal game, I could go for like a 6, man. Even though they lost 1-0.
Well, Arsenal got a 7, so should we give them maybe a 5?
Yeah, okay, that seems fair. They had more shots and stuff, but like, I think it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. Chelsea won 3-0 against Aston Villa, and then won against Tottenham 3-0.
even though Villa played very well, they still beat them 3-0.
Yeah, 100%. Lukaku with 2 goals, Kovacic with 1 goal, and I'm pretty sure Kovacic also got an assist.
Do we just give them an 8?
Yeah, they've had 9s every other game week so far.
Let's take it down a peg.
Yeah.
They've got,
I think 8 for against Villa. Is it back up to a 9 for
it's back
Tottenham?
up to 9 for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They never looked like they were going to even struggle in that game.
Yeah, there's only 110 that's been given so far this year. That was for City.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That was when they dominated Arsenal 5-0.
Yeah, fair.
Palace. Palace won 3-0 against Tottenham. Big result. And then you lost 3-0 against Liverpool.
I'm going to go flat out there and say I want nothing less than an 8 for that fucking Tottenham game.
Fair. I was actually going to say like an 8 or a 9, to be fair.
I'll take 9 if we're throwing out 9s.
We'll throw in a 9. There might not be that many of them this season, so
yes,
we'll give you a 9.
Gassed. All right, yeah, I'll take that.
And then you lost 3-0 against Liverpool.
Yeah,
It wasn't. You guys still
bad.
played really well, so I'm gonna go maybe 5 or a 6.
5? I can't take 5 because we lost 3-0.
Yeah, because like a 5 is, well, I think on average, really a 5 is normally like a draw, sort of. That's how a lot of teams are graded. But you lost 3-0, but then again, you were still quite impressive.
We had a penalty. We hit the post twice.
Should have.
Edouard, yeah, we should have had a penalty. We hit the post twice. Edouard had a good couple chances as well. So I'll take a 5 there.
Everton, they beat Burnley 3-1, and they then lost to Villa 3-0.
They were good against Burnley.
They were.
I was
quite
watching
impressive.
that game, and they were really
impressive. That was when Townsend scored that
Yeah.
banger. Damari Gray scored, I think, as well. Who else? Michael Keane scored.
Michael Keane, yeah.
All the goals happened within 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's nice. I'll give them like a 7 because they didn't like set the world alight, but they got the job done and never, even though Burnley did get the goal, it didn't really affect them.
And then they lost against Villa 3-0.
Yeah, they got spanked, brother. This might
down
be
to
like a 4 or something.
I was going to say like a 3 or something.
Oh yeah, I'll back a 3. I was trying to be a bit nicer, but I'll back a 3.
Fuck them, it's fine. Leeds. They drew against Newcastle 1-1. Oh, so that was this game. They lost against Liverpool, and then they drew against Newcastle 1-1. 3-0
Yeah, they
against
got
Liverpool.
hiding for Liverpool, and they got their guy. They got
man
strict
sent off,
for the challenge on Harvey Elliott, innit? It's been hard.
Yeah,
I don't
should we
know,
say like a 3, maybe a 2?
Yeah, 3. We can't give them like more than we gave Everton for losing to Villa.
Yeah.
And they had a man sent off.
Yeah. And then they drew 1-1 with Newcastle. I think they should have done better in that game.
Oh yeah, bruv. I know they were away at Newcastle, but Newcastle were a joke.
Yeah. Should we go with like a 4 maybe, or a 5?
Yeah, because they should be winning that 4, man. They should be winning that. There's no excuse to draw against Newcastle. I'm sorry, like not when you're Leeds.
Yeah, 100%.
And they don't have fucking Callum Wilson.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nah, there's no excuse, man.
Their
There's
main main goal scorer. Leicester, they lost 1-0 against City. Understandable, really. And then they lost 2-1 against Brighton.
They did play well in that game. They were unlucky because they also got a goal disallowed, didn't they? I think in that game.
I think so. Yeah. It's Bernardo Silva that scored in the end. Oh, mate, City had 25 shots in that game. Jesus Christ.
I know. They only got to manage one goal.
To be fair, they lost, but it was still a bit impressive from them, considering there was 25 shots from City and they only won 1-0. Should we go with?
Or back like a 5 or like a 6 maybe.
I was going to say a 5. They lost, but we'll go with a 5. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then they lost 2-1 against Brighton.
I know they got 2 goals disallowed, but they are so much better than Brighton.
Definitely.
And I know it was away, but I've got to put this down as like a 4 or like a 3.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4 because they did get 2 goals disallowed, which was like a weird circumstance I've never really seen before happening. I can't remember the last time I saw someone get a goal disallowed for impeding the play, but not actually doing anything.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So, and it happened twice.
Even worse.
So yeah, in one game, in a matter of minutes. But yeah, no, I'll back that. We'll go for that.
Cool. Right, Liverpool, they won 3-0 against 10-man Leeds, and then they won 3-0 against Palace.
I think you could double 8 this.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm happy to do
you know
so.
what I mean?
Yeah, it
Because
makes sense.
never really, like, even though we played well and Leeds were unlucky to get the man sent off for the challenge, they never really looked like they were going to lose either game.
No, or considering Mane should have scored God knows how many times.
Jesus.
It was ridiculous. He luckily got a goal in the end.
He's fallen off a cliff. Those
100%.
dreams of going to like a Real Madrid or something, fucking shots, mate.
Yeah, definitely. City, so they beat Leicester 1-0 and then they drew 0-0 with Southampton. Nicked good.
Even though they won, they had 25 shots and 8 shots on target, and they won 1-0. I feel like it's still only like a 6 or a 7, really.
100%.
Because they weren't that impressive. Leicester were more impressive than City were. But Leicester
Comment from the Rat Man. Alright guys, I've got to go. See you next time. Thank you very much for
joining us. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Take care. Yeah, City. I'll go with. Might sound a little bit harsh, but maybe a 7 for that 1-0 win against Leicester. Because they were the dominant team, but they just couldn't put any of their chances away.
Couldn't do it.
Fuck it. 7.
That City Southampton one, that's got to be a 4. Because that's not worthy of a 5 regular draw, bro. They should never draw at home to Southampton.
Never. You never see that happen, but...
Not after putting 6 past Leipzig, then 7 past Wickham. Even though it's Wickham, I know. But Leipzig, putting 6 past Leipzig.
Yeah. Mad.
Yeah.
United, they beat Newcastle 4-1, and then they just about beat West Ham 2-1. Not that impressive that they beat Newcastle 4-1 in all honesty. It would be more impressive if they kept a clean sheet.
Yeah. I'd give them an 8 though, I think. Yeah, I'd give them an 8.
And then the 2-1 win against West Ham.
For shithousery, can we just give them like a 8? They don't deserve it, but for the shithousery that happened with Lingard scoring, I feel like
I think it should be a 7, but we'll give them an 8 just because Mark Noble fucked up and Lingard scored. So fuck it.
For shithousery.
On to the next team, which is Newcastle. So yeah, they lost 4-1 against United, and then they. Where the fuck did they? Oh yeah, they drew 1-1 against Leeds.
I'd give them a 2 for the United game because they got a goal. That's why that's more than 1.
Yeah.
And they're rubbish. And then the Leeds one, actually, you got to pay a bit of respect and maybe just go for the 5 or the 6. Maybe they didn't. They could. Maybe 6 because they have no business doing that.
Not at all. Fuck it. Yeah.
Being a bit generous there. That's thanks for you, Newcastle fans.
Yeah. It's what you can have for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Right, Norwich. They lost 1-0 against Arsenal, and then they lost 3-1 against Watford.
You'll be better to say this. What would you give them for the Arsenal game?
Maybe a 4 or
Yeah,
3.
I'll
They
back
weren't
it.
terrible, but they weren't also amazing.
I'll back it.
Cool. And then yeah, they lost 3-1 against Watford the next game.
Watford suck. That can't happen.
Yeah, another 3.
Yeah,
Threes
man,
on
fuck it.
threes all around.
Threes on the doors.
Right, Southampton only got 5 teams left, so Southampton 0-0 with City last weekend, and 0-0 with West Ham. 10-man West Ham as well.
They're quite good. Did we go 6 on the doors? Because they're actually 2 good draws. Better than a 5 usual bang on the
It
draw.
was
Do you know what I mean?
When did thingy get set? Oh, Mikel Antonio got set off in the 95th minute. So yeah, I'd agree with that.
That's
Right, Spurs. So they lost 3-0 to you guys, and then they lost 3-0 against Chelsea. I'm gonna go with 2-0.
Rose boys. I'm not even fucking around. They showed nothing. They were piss poor in both games.
100%.
And they deserve it because the embarrassment that they are to their fucking fan base at the moment. And Nuno needs to. The cheek of Nuno to come out in the post-match press conferences and like they dominated the first half in both games.
Yeah. Sick, mate.
Not having it, bro.
Sick.
Nuno is not, he's been sussed out, bro.
Shite. Watford. So Watford, they won 3-1 against Norwich this weekend just gone, and then they lost 2-0 against Wolves.
I say a 2 for the loss.
Yeah.
They didn't
especially because Wolves have not been impressive so far this year.
Wolves have not been able to put the ball in the back of the net, and they
Yeah.
put 2 past or 1 was an own goal from Watford, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
We're going for
And then Watford going away to Norwich is, getting an away win is something, right? Ismaili Sarr coming up big.
yeah. Bonaventura scored as well.
Yeah, Bonaventura. I'll back a 7. I think that's a good win,
Fair.
man. It's a good win, isn't it? Like away win, you can't discredit it.
Definitely. Right. West Ham 0-0 against Southampton with 10 men, and they lost 2-1 against United.
4 for the draw with Southampton.
Yeah, I think we've given them a 4 for the game of the week before that as well for another draw. So yeah.
Good.
And then yes, they lost 2-1 against United.
They were so unlucky.
They
man.
were a bit unlucky, but Mark Noble was just shite. So.
Mark Noble and Lingard scored against them, and there was a West Ham fan there in a Lingard shirt.
Probably
That has to
one
count.
that was photographed, but there was probably more.
There was probably more. We've got a count to take that into consideration.
5.
Oh, okay, you go 5. I was gonna go 3 or 4.
Oh, were you fair?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I
They
thought
still
that
took an L.
I'm looking at a different game. I was looking at a draw. Yeah, no, 2-1. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with a 3.
Nice.
Last but not least, Wolves. Wolves. They lost 2-0 against Brentford, and they also lost. They won 2-0 against Watford.
I'll go for. They dominated the game against Watford as well. I'll go for like a 6. I think a 6 is fine because
one own goal, one actual goal.
yeah, they're still not great.
No.
And the goal they scored was super scrappy, like tapping as well.
Massively.
So yeah, I'll back that.
And then they lost 2-0
awful
against Brentford, and Brentford
dominated the possession and everything. They had 11 shots, 0 on target.
Man, they had one man extra for 25 minutes or something.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like
Yeah,
that's got to be a
good.
3 in it, or 2 even. I don't know.
I'm gonna go for a 2.
Okay, I'll back it. I back it.
That's too bad. Right, so that's basically it for the team ratings. We'll quickly just run through the old what's it called? Fantasy.
Let's see. Let me Do you want to do it?
A fantasy. Sorry. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Do you
I've got
wanna
it up on my phone.
Sick.
So we'll go through the results, then we'll look at the table, and then we'll go through next week's games. So I beat average. My 420 Blaze Matuidi beat average 68 to 46. Alf's Gay Pride narrowly lost to Jacobs Ain't Got a Scooby FC. It was 38-37.
Outrageous.
Harry Smelly Alley absolutely dominated George's Arsenal 51 to 36.
Oh,
And
nice.
then Mark, I think we should sack Mark off from this fantasy league. He's not done great.
Mark is not playing. I'm
spanked.
convinced.
He got absolutely spanked by Char. It was 37 to 61 to Charles Daniel Gregory.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that has left the table looking like this.
Here
Average.
it is. Table's here.
It is. It's right here. Average 0-5. Still not managed to get any points on the board yet. We've then got Mark's Crouch Potato with 1 win, 4 losses, doing god awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
George's Arsenal in 6th with 6 points. Jacobs Ain't Got Scooby FC in 5th with 9 points. Alf's Gay Pride dropping down into from 1st down to 4th.
1st to 4th, but it's all right.
No.
It's early doors.
Exactly, still early doors. But yeah, also with 9 points. Harry Smelly Alley jumping up into 3rd, also on 9 points, but with obviously a higher overall. And then Charlie is sat in 2nd still on 12 points. And then it's your boy. Your boy is in top at the moment, 12 points, beating Char on overall points at the moment. So yeah, let's see how that is going to leave. Well, how that's going to tee up this week's games. We have. Oh, thank God, City are going to have a bad week because I'm playing Mark. Hopefully, Mark's going to have a bad week. Yeah, my
Nice.
420 Basement Tweedy against Mark's Crouch Potato. Charlie's Daniel Gregory FC versus. Oh yes, Smith Roaster scored as well.
Oh, banger.
2-0.
Nice. 2-0.
Yeah, Charlie's Daniel Gregory FC is playing Harry Smelly Alley. George's Arsenal is playing Alf's Gay Pride. And
Let's do
then
it.
Jacobs Ain't Got a Scooby FC is playing The Average. So, we will let you know how we get on in the next one. I have just realised that the Rap Kid has also redeemed a stretch. He's probably gone, but
Quickly now.
we'll give you a little stretch.
Boy.
Yeah, baby.
Actually needed that. Thanks for redeeming it.
Yeah, nice.
Cheers, lads.
But yeah, that is basically the fantasy update. We'll update you, as I say, next Tuesday or Thursday after the game week's happened. Fingers crossed for me. City are probably going to get done in, but I'm playing Mark, so I might be alright. Who knows?
Beat George. Got to beat George. But yeah, sweet. That's all, isn't it?
That's it.
That's it. Well, Ollie, thank you for joining me today. It's been. It's always. I love the boys, but it's always nice with just us two, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Sack them off, mate. We don't need them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, just realised 9 minutes until last night's podcast comes out on all your platforms.
Hey, so go check that one out if you're watching this and you're like, oh no, don't stop now. I'm just getting into you guys chatting.
Don't worry.
9 minutes time. Go check out the podcast on
YouTube,
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all them. Go check it
Everywhere.
out. But obviously, as per usual, big love and Mo Farah signs to everyone who watched and tuned in tonight. We love you. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit notification bells. If you can rate us the highest you can rate us.
Thumbs up, 5 stars,
yeah, exactly.
love heart,
Yeah,
whatever it may be.
That's it, Ollie. That's it. You know the places: Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, Instagram. Come follow us. Come check us out. Do whatever. Tell your best friends about us. Tell people that you don't like about us. Just spread the word that the Footy Fetish podcast is on one. All right. And we will see you soon. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.